I'm 7 feet tall, and I have to fly every single weekend as a touring stand-up comic. Typically, it's not an ideal experience. Yesterday, however, I had a Hall of Fame terrible flight. So first of all, it was on one of those tiny planes, you know, the ones that make me have to board like this. I was in row 10 right behind Comfort, and I was in coach. For me, in a coach seat, my femur, this one, is too long to fit in the seat. The issue is with that is if the person in front of me decides to recline their seat, my femur prevents that from happening. And what does the lady in front of me do? Immediately tries to recline that seat. And now, I don't blame you. You know, not everyone has to check behind them to see that there's a giant. But if she'd even taken a glance over her shoulder, she would have seen me just up against the ceiling of the plane. She attempted it once, and she felt that something was stopping her from reclining her seat. So then, her next strategy was to lean the chair back and try to throw her entire body weight into the chair. Now, if you're familiar with physics, you know that that can't happen unless my femur snaps in half. I have to tap her on the shoulder and be like, ma'am, you can't do that. My leg's too long. Immediately, she's like, ugh, really? I paid extra for this seat, and I can't even recline my chair. I think this is ridiculous. She ends up calling a flight attendant over and asks if she could be moved to first class. She's like, well, I paid extra for this seat, and I can't even recline it because his legs are in the way. So eventually, her upgrade request gets denied because that's not how planes work. Then she proceeds to loudly complain to her husband, who has his headphones on. So it's clearly just for my benefit. Like, ugh, I'm so tired. I really wish I could lay down right now. Ugh, I'm so tired. Ugh. Eventually, about an hour into the flight, I finally fall asleep when all of a sudden, in the middle of my nap, I'm awoken to her trying it again. I don't know if she thought I was faking it. I was pushing my knees forward to try to, you know, get myself a little extra leg room, but I get awoken to her WWE style slamming her chair into my knees. So I end up having to call a flight attendant over, and they have to threaten her with reporting the incident to Delta to get her to stop trying to break my femur. I mean, I feel like at this point, I've explained that her seat's not going to go back unless my leg breaks in half, and she has accepted the consequences of what needs to happen. And then I get off the plane, out into the world with a dislocated hip, a bruised knee, and a lower opinion of humanity.